Hey everyone, I'm going to show you a Scratch lesson that I found that I think my kids would really enjoy. This one's called Spooky Clones, and I really enjoyed this blog and this lady that puts on this blog because she gives very detailed instructions on what to do and even how to teach it to your students. For example, on this one, the first step you need to do is you need to get the starter project sent to you first. It took about 24 hours for me to get this sent to my email, to the point that I thought that I had did something wrong, so I kept sending it to myself, and in about 24 hours I end up getting like 7 emails from this lady with the starter project telling you how to get everything set up for your kids in Scratch. So here's the email, and it shows you step by step how you have to download it. And you have to download it to your computer first, and then I'll do that so that we can see that. And then you also, it tells you step by step how to start it up in Scratch. Like I said, this lady's very good about giving detailed instructions, but you can see right here is the file. You do have to extract it all before you can do anything in Scratch. But now I'm going to show you the Scratch lesson real quick. For you to start it, you have to click File. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save this one so I don't lose this one. But let's go back to our home page, and you have to click Create, because it's a brand new Scratch project. File, Load from your computer, and this is where you will find right here is where you'll find your starter project. Click on it to open, and it starts it up brand new. So that's what you would want to do, that for your kids, to start it up for them, and then you can share the link to your Google Classroom or whatever program you use to share things with them. But you're going to have to load it from your computer first before your kids can do anything. So back to the blog. She gives step-by-step videos on how to do it, and honestly, I watched these step-by-step videos when I was making my project, just so I could see how kid-friendly they are. And if I was to actually use this lesson in my classroom, which I'm strongly considering it for next year, I honestly would just show them this video, and then I would pause it and talk as I need to. But that's how good these videos are, and it tells you step 1, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. Here, I'll play a little bit of this one so that you can see it. There is not any sound to it, so you can talk to your students, and as it's going through. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it just a little bit so you can see. And see right here, it tells you exactly where to go to get the events, where to go to get your what you need. Tells you exactly what you need to do, what you need to type in, everything. So this would be actually a really good assignment for kids that need that step-by-step one-on-one instruction. I'm going to go back to my projects so that I can show you the one that I made. Alright, here is all of my codes for the actual pumpkin. In our assignment, it said we needed to make sure that we had our name on it, so I have my pumpkin saying my name. Alright, and throughout the codes I have made it to where the pumpkin catches the candy, and that's how I get my score. And then if it hits the ground, the game's over, and your score pops up on the screen. So here are the codes for the pumpkin, and this one makes it the code to where it says my name. And then this is the code that makes it to where the pumpkin only moves by the mouse on the brown surface. Now this was the trickier part, getting the candies how you wanted them. But all of this was step by step through her tutorial videos. I did have an issue with it was change Y by -5, I clicked on set Y too. So I actually had to go through her tutorials 2 different times, start to finish, to make sure that I had it correct, because I did everything on her videos, and then it wasn't working. So I had to exit out, completely do it again from the beginning, and I realized that I had put set to Y instead of change Y by, and it threw off the code completely. But that's a good example for your kids to see that one little mistake can change your whole project. I also had trouble with the touching color. On her tutorial, she actually said that you can double click it and then move your mouse to the color you want. It didn't work for me. I don't know if she has an updated version or what, but you do actually have to click the color splotch down at the bottom to like the little ink dropper, so that you can get the color you want. So that was some trial and error there, that I just had to mess around and play with it for a little bit. And then there was one other thing. Oh, right here, the variables tab. In her videos, she calls it the data tab. So that was something that I would have to, with my kids, or any kids that have this, or using this project, to make sure they understand that to not look for a data tab, it's the variables tab. But other than that, her videos were very self-explanatory, and honestly could be done really without a teacher involved. This might be a good activity to leave for a sub, or something like that, or a Fun Friday activity or something like that. So I am now going to show you the game that I made. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Alright, so I'm going to click go, and the object is to catch the candies without letting them hit the ground. You gotta go quick. And I making the pop sound that you hear was actually part of it. And I'm gonna let one hit. My game's over, and my score is 26 because I caught 26 candies. So it's a fun game that they can play after they've made their code, but I really think that this was a great lesson on why it's important for you to follow step-by-step instructions when making your code. Thanks for listening to my video. If y'all have any questions about this one, I'll be glad to send any links to anybody. Just feel free to message me, and I'll send it out to you.